Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Hope from Bailey, all the way from the 031, and you are tuned in to Kaleidoscope, coming at you with one of our favorites. You know, we always keep you locked, giving you stripped down, intimate sessions with one of our favorites. And today we have one other than Rhea Black.
Hi everyone.
Queen of finessing. Vanessa. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I can say that this was our first time meeting, so
Yes.
I've never seen you live, and you look just as gorgeous
Thank
as your
you
pictures.
so much. Thank you so much.
All right, so for Umuntu who's trying to get to know you a little bit better, who is Rhea? Firstly, where were you born? Let's start with that.
Okay, I was born in Durban, this lovely city. Always been here, always lived here. I've been here ever since.
Yeah.
All 25 years of my life. And if you were to know more about me, well, I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter. This thing began since I was a youngin', like from 3 years old. My mom used to tell me to walk around the shop and just like singing out loud. I didn't care if there was anyone next to me or
Do you
anything.
have background on singing?
No, like no one in my family was like that musically inclined. So it's literally, I think it's just me. But we're all really into music and we all enjoy music. But no one ever was like, I want to take a career and like this is what I want to do.
Okay, so Rhea's born 25 years ago. Where did she go to school?
So I went to Seaview Primary School, that's in Seaview. And then in high school, I went to Holy Family College, that's in Glenmore, just across the road from KZN. And then in college, tough time.
Tough times never last. Only tough
They
people
clearly
do.
didn't last.
So, throughout your high school, what were you doing, or what were some of the indications that, Yazini, this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life?
I think every time I had the opportunity to be in drama, I really felt like this is a space that I feel so free and I really enjoy myself, and I really see like I can have a long-lasting career in this. And you know, one thing in school that, you know, they tell us that you need to think about the career that you're going to choose and like whether you're going to enjoy it, like long-term wise. So I've always thought about like a doctor. I don't want to be a doctor. I'm not going to see like blood all the time and try to heal people all the time. That's not my business. I want to make people sing. I want to make people dance. I want to make people happy. That's why I decided, you know what, let's just do this music thing. This is what the heart needs. This is what the heart wants for me to do and follow.
Was that a tough conversation to have with the parents? You know, sometimes abazali bethu trying to explain how you're going to sustain yourself
Yes.
in the entertainment. You know, sometimes they look at us funny. But okay, so what's your backup plan if this doesn't work?
Exactly. It was a difficult conversation, but you know, I have very open-minded parents, and things have changed. I feel like we have a lot more examples of people of our skin color excelling and doing the most in this in our careers in the entertainment industry. So it was a bit difficult. I mean, sometimes we're hearing stories of like artists are starving and you know things are not going the way as they'd like it to be. But I mean, every career has its downfalls. But like every career has its downfalls, and I think having open-minded parents and they were able to understand, this is something that I really want to do and really want to support me in, made it so much easier for me. And yeah, they're cool. We're here now.
We're here. Why do you call yourself queen or goddess of finessing? Where does that name come from?
This is a question no one has ever asked me.
Because I'm still coming to Rhea Black. I'm coming to that.
Goddess of Finesse came from, there was a song by this other guy. I forgot what this rapper is, but it's called Finesse. And he was just talking about how he finesses and just like everything he does in life is just so easy and it's so brisk. It's just like he just does it like it's just like natural ability. So like I was looking at like this whole music thing, and for me it's like a natural ability. It's not so difficult.
We
like
don't even try. We're doing. Come on, flex on us. Flex on us, girl.
So I was just like, you know what? Let me finesse this music thing. Let me just glide. It's too easy.
And then Rhea Black Because that's not the name that your parents gave you.
No, that's not the name. So Rhea Black comes from a goddess. I forgot which goddess it is, but she's a goddess, and she's a goddess of life.
Yeah.
And we're women, we give life.
Yes.
And I really find that one of the most awesomest and the most strongest qualities of us, and I always wanted to attach that to my brand.
Yeah.
And then Black, and it's spelled BLEK because
Like the hat.
yes,
Like the hat.
yes, yes. BLEK because you know how when you like okay, I want to say this in the most respectful way and in the most appreciative way, because it comes from a very appreciative point of view.
Yeah.
How as Black people we go from vernac to English. Sometimes the way we pronounce like things like comes out in a different way. So I really love how people from the townships pronounce Blake. It's like the way,
Blake.
like the way it's spelled.
Blake.
So I just wanted to add that, that spunk, that pizzazz, and Black because I'm Black. It's like I'm proud.
Yes.
And that's
That
something that I'm always proud.
melanin.
Exactly.
So you're now growing up and you're starting to find yourself and you're starting to write music. I've often heard when people refer to your sound as genreless.
Yes.
Ukuthi you don't put yourself in a box and say, no, I'm hip hop or I'm R&B or I'm soul. Why genreless? Why not box yourself into one genre?
Well, it's very difficult for me. I won't lie. I listen to a lot of music and I'm inspired by so many sounds, and I always want to like express myself in those different sounds. So I really found it difficult. Like in the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do neo soul. Then I'd hear like someone singing on a pop song. I was just like, I want to try that.
Yeah.
Then I listened to Kwaito. I was just like, I know I do something really good with that. And it just kept coming. And it just, I just told myself, the real reason I was here was to make music. It really didn't matter whether it was hip hop or Kwaito, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make music, and I hope that people can appreciate and understand that regardless of, all these standards of like, you must only do pop, you must only do rock. I also just want to like allow other artists to know and understand that like you don't have to box yourself and like be one type of genre.
Yeah.
If you want to do everything, do everything.
Just do everything. I love that. If you want to do it, just do it. You're saying one of your superpowers is being a woman.
Yes.
Do you feel as if that has also hindered you in any way whatsoever in terms of trying to break through in the industry? And have you been treated differently? Have you experienced any no's or not no's, or maybe even just not taking you seriously because you are a woman?
Girl, tell me a girl that hasn't. It's just like that. It's just the things that unfortunately we have to deal with. I've always found myself in like tricky situations, but I really think it's important for us to speak up and have these conversations. And I know sometimes some people have difficulty in it, but there's always some way and someone who's going to support you and who's going to believe you. Just please always like remember and know that there's always going to be someone who's gonna believe you. So you know what? Just always remember what you're here to do and do it. Don't let these things and those obstacles get in the way of your passion and design what you're here to do as a woman.
All right, so Rhea pulled a little bit of a Rihanna on us. She dropped an EP like 2018.
Yes.
And then 2019 dollar, 2020 dollar, but I see collabo. So
Yes.
what was it was your very first offering? Tell us a bit more about that.
So my very first offering is called Third Wave, and it really was so impromptu. Just like I just bust in the studio and hey, we're making an EP.
Yeah.
So what happened was I was fresh out of working with Palm Tree Paradise, and I was just like doing backups and stuff because I wasn't actually confident enough to like make my own music yet. So my friend was just like, bruh, let's get into studio, like let's make something for you. And then we started with the second song, which is Clyde. And it was really cool. Like everything flowed, and then it was just like, okay, we're making an EP now. And then I was like, what? Okay.
we might as well.
Let's just do it. And then we ended up with 3 lovely songs. And that's how Third Wave came about. It was a really fun, impromptu, lovely, spur of the moment thing.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I mean, I've heard snippets of it, and of course you've performed it. So we still got that. We've got a really cool intimate session.
Yes, guys.
You are gifted. Your voice is gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
So when are we expecting more music, please?
This year.
Please.
This year. And I would like to give you a date, but you know, I've been really bad with that. I've been saying like, I'm going to drop, I'm not dropping. So
is it done?
Yes, it is done. Okay. I have music, guys. I've recorded stuff.
How many tracks can we expect?
You're gonna get 6 tracks.
Okay,
it's gonna be more, and I'm also working on my debut album, but that's gonna come in like next year because I really wanna put in so much into that. I'm trying to get an orchestra, guys. If anyone who knows an orchestra, hit me up.
So, how you've got 6 tracks?
Yes.
Do you have a name for the EP yet?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's called Redemption. And Redemption because I really want to talk about how we've been we went through a really difficult time. The pandemic has really shifted us and really made things difficult for us, and now is really a phase of us redeeming ourselves and redemption from all the things that we've lost. So I really just also wanted to speak about the things that I've lost last year and the things that I wasn't able to do, and just I'm back and I'm better and I'm here to redeem myself.
Amandala. So can we expect any people that we know that maybe you've worked with?
I'm not gonna tell y'all anything.
Come on.
I'm not gonna tell y'all anything. That you just sneak that question.
I tried. I really tried, but okay. All right. So tell us even about your even your beads. Do they mean anything sentimental to you? How? I know people when they look at you, and also how you dress.
Yes.
What inspires you just when it comes to your look?
Well, what inspires me, I wouldn't say what, but it's a person that I constantly think of, is Khalees. I just love the way she, in the 2000 era, was just so carefree and colorful and just really expressive, and just wanted to wear whatever she wanted to wear, but it just came out of the most beautiful and the most authentic and cool ways.
Yeah.
So I've always just believed that dressing up is an expression of yourself and how you feel and how you want to present yourself to the world. So I've always made sure it's
your first impression that you get from a person.
Yes, I was always just want to make sure I look cool and stylish.
Dope. So umuntu ke mhlambe who's trying to slide into the DMs. Unjani umjolo girl?
Don't do that. What are you doing?
Are we trying to get to know more of Ria?
No, don't do that. Please, turn away. Don't do that.
All right, I did say I was going to ask you, what are you currently busy with for a person who's trying to, I know that I think I saw some sessions as well that were online.
Yes.
So if a person is trying to, get more of your music and get more in touch with you and what you're doing, how can we follow you? What are you currently
get
up to?
a hold of me? So you can check me out on my socials and Instagram. It's Ria Black. It's RHEABLEK. As well as my Twitter is the same. As well as my Facebook page. Minus the ads, same spelled. You can get my music on all major DSPs, and I'm also on SoundCloud for my homies. That's the original home. That's where we started. So,
all right, I've got a few questions because we did tell people that we were going to talk to you today.
Oh wow!
And they wanted to ask you some questions, so I'm just gonna put these up. No, it's just 5 questions.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is. What has been your biggest achievement?
My biggest achievement was working with Fort South Africa off an EP, just one EP.
Yeah.
That really was, and is to date, the biggest thing that's ever happened to me. It's still unbelievable.
Yeah.
yeah, nothing can top that for now.
For now.
For now.
Okay, question number 2. Which local or international artist would be your dream collab?
Wow. Okay. I'd like to do both local and international.
Yeah.
My dream collabo, I'd love to work with AKA, hey? I'd really love to
Hey.
work with him.
I can see it. Actually,
Yeah.
you know, when we're saying finesse, goddess of finesse, king of finesse, I can see it happening.
happening. I'd love to work with AKA here.
Yeah.
And international, I'm going to pick one. I'd love to work with Pharrell. Yeah, I'd love to work with Pharrell.
Mr. Williams. Yo,
Yes.
that would be dope.
Yes.
Okay, question number 3. I think we've answered this one. When will we
Uh-huh.
get another project, mixtape, album, or
Okay.
EP from Ria?
I can feel the
Eh,
question.
Before the end of the year, she said, but she's not giving us specifics in terms of months.
I'm sorry,
First
guys.
quarter, second quarter.
Second quarter,
Second
guys.
Okay. Question number 4. What would you define as your blow up? Or I think the question is, what would you define as your blow up? But I think mhlambe, in terms of when you'll see, no, I've made it as Uria, like your blow up.
When I'm on Faraza, guys.
When these guys are trying to get my EP on the low.
Straight up, when I'm on Faraza.
That's a good one.
That's when you will know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Number 5 from Anonymous says that I want to be as great as you. What do I do?
Oh my gosh. Damn. What do you mean? That's such a lovely question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Be yourself. Be yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in the things that you want to do and want to make happen. And don't ever listen to the voice within yourself that tells you that you're stupid for believing in your dreams and doing the things that you want to do. And also don't listen to anyone else that has that to say to you. But most importantly, just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you'll be great.
That's beautiful. She's authentically herself. She's Ria Black. We're still going to listen to some dope stuff from you. I cannot wait to see what your future has in front of you.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see that song when it comes out of you and AKA. And I'm going to be like, hey, I was there when she was manifesting.
Yes!
Oh my gosh. I'm Hope Mbele. Check me out on socials. It's at Hope_Mbele on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. She is Ria Black. Make sure that you follow the girl, show her some love. And we are Kaleidoscope. So make sure that you share and you like as well and you subscribe to our page.